Today, we are going to be focusing on strengthening our core muscles. Our core is the center of our body, and I like to think that it's the center of all of our movement. So, the stronger your core is, typically the better your standing will be, the better your walking will be, or even just taking a few steps forward, backwards, sideways, etc. The better your breathing can be and your pelvic floor. So, it really is an integral part of all of the movement that we do throughout the day. Today is going to be a little bit longer of a class. We're going to aim for about 45 minutes or so. With that said, if you don't want a longer class, you can stop halfway or you can pick and choose the exercises that you like. Make sure that you're listening to your body because it's important that you're feeling the right muscles working. So I'll let you determine what you want to do today, but let's go ahead and get started. I'll show options using the band. It's not required, but if you do want an added challenge, you can go and grab a band. I like to use yellow because it's a very light resistance. Generally speaking, the darker the band, the darker the color, the harder, the heavier the resistance is. So you don't need anything too hard. I'm just going to use a yellow, but we'll grab that when we need it. For now, let's start with our cardio because that warms up our brain and our muscles and primes our brain for neuroplasticity. So first, just go ahead and shake everything out. And when you're ready, if you're not already sitting up tall, sit up tall, belly in. Just close your hands, no squeezing, just close. And let's start with our arm swings. This is always one of my favorite go-to cardio exercises. It's simple to do at any point throughout the day, but also before our exercises without fatiguing our legs. So because this is cardio, go ahead and pick up the pace or maybe add more motion or power. Really punch up as if there's a punching bag up in the ceiling that you want to hit, or punch back with your elbows. Do something to get your heart rate up. Sitting up tall, keep breathing. For this one, personally, I like to go faster. That's the easiest way for me to get my heart rate up with this movement. If you feel like this is pretty easy for you and you're already going fast, you're adding more motion, try talking out loud. You're on mute, no one can hear you. Maybe you say the ABCs, saying twinkle, twinkle, little star. Keep going. We're going to do 5 really fast seconds in 3, 2, 1, and go fast for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and slow it down, then stop and shake everything out. When you're ready, we're not going to rest for too long, so we're keeping our heart rate up. We're going to go ahead and punch forward. So close those hands again and start punching forward. If shoulder height bothers you or is too challenging, you can always punch down towards your knees instead. Keeping your core muscles tight, your body up nice and tall. This is cardio, so maybe you go a little faster. It might feel like an upper body or shoulder exercise as well, but we're mainly doing it for cardio. So get that heart rate up. Talk out loud if you need to. Go faster, add power. Really punch, add some oomph behind each movement. Whatever works for you, keep going. For this one, personally, I like to add power. It makes me feel strong. Keep going, get that heart rate up. We're gonna do 5 really fast seconds in 3, 2, 1, and go fast. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and slow it down, then stop. And shake everything out. You can let your body slouch, shake, and let that heart rate come down. Then one final exercise for cardio. And today we're going to do our rolling punches. You're going to have your hands closed. Again, don't squeeze, just close them and roll them away from each other. So making sure there's a big space between your chest or your belly and your fists. So you don't want to be punching yourself. If it's too hard doing it up at this height, you can always lower it. Again, just make sure you're keeping your hands away from your body so you're not hitting yourself. If today is a day where you don't have great coordination and you keep punching your own fingers and wrists, you can do the same exercise just out here. So whatever works for you, go fast, fast, fast. Go really fast in 3, 2, 1. Go faster, faster, faster. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slow it down, but don't stop. Reverse, go in the other direction. And once you've got it, once you've got the coordination, pick up the pace. Keep sitting up tall, keep breathing. Go fast, fast, fast. Go really fast for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and slow it down and then stop. Check everything out. I don't know about you, but I felt myself go much slower that time because my arms were getting tired. Even though it is a cardio exercise, when we're using our upper body, it does fatigue. Okay, shake everything out. We're gonna move on to our core exercises. So making sure that you're sitting up nice and tall, towards the middle or edge of your chair. You should always feel safe and steady, not like you're gonna slip off the front of your chair. So we're gonna start with two of my favorite basic core exercises that basically just turns the light switch on. If our core is lots of muscles combined, we need those muscles turned on. I like to picture a light switch. More times than not, the light switch for our core is turned off unless we actively engage our core. So more times than not, when we're walking or climbing stairs, if we don't actively think about engaging our core, the light switch is off. Our core is not really working. But if we can actively tighten those muscles and turn that switch on, it will engage and work while we're moving around. So a lot of our work today is mental. We'll be doing the physical exercise, but your mind should always be on your core to make sure you're feeling it in the right area. All right, so you're sitting up tall in the middle of your chair. You're gonna put your hands forward and we're hinging backwards. I'll also show you this from the side, but this is what it looks like from the front. You're just gonna hinge back as far as you can go and then pull yourself forward. And you're mentally focusing on your belly muscles and forward. From this side, it looks like this, and up. So if you haven't already, go ahead and start this exercise. You only want to go far enough back where you're still feeling it in your core. If you're going so far back that you mostly feel it in your hip flexors or maybe your legs are popping up, don't go that far back. Back and up. Oh my gosh, too funny. My Apple Watch is giving me a notification saying, do I want to record my indoor run that I just did? It must have thought I was really running. I love that. And up. Again, your mind is focused on your core, on your belly muscles, your abdomen. Nice, slow and steady. If your arms are getting tired, you can always lower them and hover above your knees. If you want to make this harder, you can cross your arms across your shoulders. Your hands touch each shoulder. Back and up. We've got 3 more. Back and up. 2 more. Back and up. 1 more. We're going to hold longer. Back and hold for 5, 4. Focus on your belly. 3, 2, 1. And up. And relax. You can let your belly slouch if you want to, shake everything out. We're moving on to our sides. Our core is not just the front of our body. It's the front, it's our obliques, it's the side, it's our back, and it's our glutes. So we're focusing on all of that today. Okay, sitting up nice and tall. So instead of hinging backwards, you're gonna let your arm come down to your side. Fingertips are facing the floor. And from your waist up, you're just gonna tip. So you're not shifting your body weight from one side to the other. Your hips stay planted, and we're just tipping this way, and then coming up, and then the other way, tip and up. So go ahead and join me now. When you tip towards the floor, you'll feel a stretch on your side. Then when you slowly come up, you'll feel those muscles tighten. So this exercise actually does 2 in 1. It stretches and contracts and strengthens. And up. So this is our side muscles of our core that we're working on. And tip. And you're trying to go as far as you can go. But I also don't want you to feel like if you're not touching the floor, you're not successful. So often when I'm doing this with my clients with MS, they literally try to touch the floor and then they end up coming forward. That's a different muscle group. That's more of your back. We're just trying to work on the sides right now. And up. Slow and steady. Tip and up. We're all going to be tipping a different amount. You might tip more one side than the other side. That is normal. But I want your mind focused on the outer muscles. And you can even feel them. As you tip one way, you're feeling the opposite side and you'll feel them stretch and then contract. And tip. And up, slow and steady. And keep breathing. And up. Tip. Up. Tip. Up. Two more each side. If this is challenging for your balance, and if any of the exercises today are challenging for your balance, you can move your feet wider. That will help you feel more stable. With that said, if you have a really strong core and you're done with that one, and they're feeling too easy, you can move your feet closer. The exercises will be harder if your feet are touching. Okay, let yourself round, shake everything out. Our next exercise is one that we can use the band for if you have one. I'll first demonstrate without using one. So you're gonna hold on to your hands like this. Just
You've muted yourself. We can't hear you.
can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. I thought my microphone died. That's okay. Okay, can you still hear me back here? So you're keeping your hands clasped and you're coming down towards your hip and then up and over. And your mind is focused on your core. You should be feeling those belly muscles really tighten. If you want to use the band, you're going to put the band underneath your thigh. And it's the same thing, just instead of having your hands at your hips, your hands will be to the outside of your thigh, and then you're going to pull up and over and down. So if you haven't already, go ahead and get started, starting with your hands down one side, pull up and over and down. If the band is too hard, hold on closer to the end versus your knee. And up and down. Up and down. Again, your mind is focused on your core, on your belly muscles working. Keep breathing. And up and down. Up, down. Up, down. My arms are getting tired, so I'm going to stop with the band. You can continue if you want, but the focus of today's class is your core. So if your arms are what's stopping you, get rid of the band, get rid of the extra tension, and focus on the core. We've got two more. Up and down. One more. Up and down. And relax and shake everything out. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. So if you are using a band, you can go ahead and move it over to the other side. If you're not using a band, that's okay too. Clasp those hands and you're starting down at this hip and coming that way. If for some reason you don't have shoulder mobility to do this, or it's too challenging, you can keep your arms down here. You don't have to be coming up higher. All right, when you're ready, if you haven't already started, go ahead and pull diagonally up and down and pull and down. I like to focus on exhaling during the pull. So exhale here and inhale. Exhale and down. Exhale, down. Exhale, down. Keep going slow and steady, focusing on your belly muscles. Pull, pull. My arms are getting tired. I'm going to stop. Keep going. 2 more. Up. Last one. Up. And down. And relax and shake everything out. We can get rid of the band if you were using it. The next one is going to be pushing into our thigh on one side and then the other. So again, making sure you're sitting in the middle of your chair. If you've scooted around just from these exercises, readjust, get into the middle of your chair, sit up tall, shake everything out, and you're going to put your hands on top of each other. It doesn't matter which one is on top or bottom, so that's up to you. You're going to let your hands fall onto your lap. It will be at a different point on your thigh depending on how long your arms are. It doesn't really matter. But what you're going to do is keep your elbows straight and push down into your thigh, but it's almost like a seated crunch. So even though we're pushing with our hands, your mind should be focusing on your belly and crunching your abdominal muscles. So crunching as you're pushing down, and then relax and push and relax. For breathing purposes, I like to exhale when I push down and then inhale when I relax. We'll do 10 on this side and then we'll switch over. When you're ready, keep your posture up tall and go ahead and push, 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 relax, push, relax, push, relax, push, relax. So it's about a 2-second hold, relax. 5 more, push, relax, push, relax, push, relax, push, relax. Last one, push and relax. Moving right over to the other side. Go ahead and push and crunch those abs. Relax, push, relax, push, relax, push, relax, push. This is 5. We've got 5 more. Relax, push, relax, push, relax, push, relax. 2 more. Push, relax. 1 more. Push and relax and shake everything out, especially if your wrists feel tight. Shake those out. Moving on to our next exercise. Again, we're focusing on the front, the side, the obliques, everything, including our back. So for this exercise, we're going to twist. So you're going to be in the middle of your chair. I personally like to hold on to my arms, usually like this or this. You don't need to, but what you're going to do is you're going to twist as far as you can and then come back to the center and then twist in the other direction. So what I like to do is pull with this hand and I'm trying to twist, 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 twist. But you're using your core muscles. I want you to try your best to get your shoulders to face the back wall. Realistically, that will never happen, but the more you attempt to do that, the more muscles will engage. So we're gonna twist, 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 and release and come back to the center slowly. Then immediately go in the other direction. Twist, 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 and release. So you're just trying to twist as far as you can, like you're trying to wring out a towel and back. And twist the other direction. So slow and steady. with a pause at the end of every twist. Twist and release. When you're at your peak of twisting is usually when I'm exhaling, and release. And twist, release. Twist, release. Twist, release, and twist. Keep trying to twist as far as you can. Release, we're halfway, 5 more. Twist, release, twist, release. Keep going. If your arms are getting tired, you can lower them. And you don't have to hold on if you don't want to. Again, it's a core exercise where you're just trying to twist as much as you can. Twist. Excuse me. And twist. And twist. Twist. Keep going. And release. All right, keep going. Last one each side. Twist, release, and twist, and release, and relax. Sometimes it can be hard to breathe during that one because we're twisting our diaphragm as well. It's rotating with us. So go ahead and take some deep breaths, shake out. We've got one final exercise of this bunch, and we're gonna do it all again. So shake everything out. This is an opportunity to use the band again if you want. And there's actually 2 ways to do this, seated or standing. So I'll show you both. You can pick what you want to do. The seated option, you're going to scoot a little more towards the edge of your chair. Feet are flat on the floor and touching. You're sitting up tall and core is engaged. From here, you're going to open your knees as wide as you can without your feet rolling. So keep your feet as they are, but try to open your knees wide, wide, wide. Squeeze your glutes. Relax your glutes and close. So I'll show you one more. So it's open as wide as you can go. Once you feel like you can't open any wider, squeeze your glutes, relax and close. If you want to add the band, that will make it more challenging. You put the band around your thighs and you hold down lower. Otherwise, it's the same thing. Open as wide as you can, squeeze those glutes, relax, and close. So this is this seated option with or without the band. If you want to do a standing option, we would do a standing side kick. So you're standing up tall, belly is engaged, all of your weight is on this leg, and you're going to lift the leg just a little bit out to the side and lower, and lift, and lower. And let me show you from this side. It's slightly back. It's not in line with my other leg. It's slightly back here. So it looks like this. All right, so you can choose whichever option. This round, I'm going to do the seated. Next round, I'll do standing. All right, when you're ready, sit or stand up tall. Belly muscles are engaged, and lift or go out and relax. Lift. Relax. Lift. Relax. Lift. Relax. We're going on number 5. Lift. And relax. If you're standing, switch legs. So we'll give you a second here to do that. And then when you're ready, we're going to do the same 5 more on the other side. Lift. Relax. Lift. Relax. Remember, if you're sitting, you're actively thinking about squeezing your glutes. Relax. 2 more. Lift. Relax. And lift. Last one. And relax. Oh, if you're standing, you can sit down, shake everything out. That was one round of the exercises. So this is the point where if you want, you can stop, take a break, or just move on with your day. But if you want to do the second round, then I will guide you through that. Take a sip of water, especially if you haven't taken a sip of water throughout this whole class yet. Take a sip. This is our halfway point where you can just regroup get back in the right mindset. If you started thinking about your grocery list or other things that you have to do today, pull yourself back into the moment. If you feel like you need to do any stretches, go ahead and stretch out. Whatever feels good to you. I'll give you about 20 more seconds to do that, and then we're gonna start back with our ab lean backs. Ah, all right, are you getting ready? Going back to that first exercise where you're sitting up tall, close those hands. Or sorry, I'm thinking our cardio. You're sitting up tall, your hands come forward, and we're gonna be hinging back. So remember, you're in about the middle or edge of your chair, and you're going to hinge backwards, thinking about your belly. Your mindset is on your belly muscles. And back, and up, back, and up. This second round, we're just gonna go a little bit faster between the exercises because now you know what the exercises are. And up, the exercises themselves will still be slow and steady, but between the exercises, as we move on to the next one, we're gonna make it quicker paced. 4 more, back, up, back, up, back, up. We've got one more. We're gonna hold longer. I'm gonna warn you, back and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and come up. Oh, relax your back, relax your arms, shake everything out. Moving on to our penguin exercise, where we're sitting up tall, belly's engaged, hands are down. And when you're ready, we're gonna tip. You can do this one standing if you want. It's the same thing. You're just standing where you tip and come up and tip. You're feeling this stretch and then contract, tip and up, standing or sitting. As I mentioned the first time around, the wider your feet are, the more balanced you will feel. The closer your feet are, the more challenging it's going to be for your balance. So if you want it to be easier or harder, you can make those changes. Up, slow and steady, and up. If it's uncomfortable at all, no exercise should ever be painful or uncomfortable, like it's bothering you. If that's the case, just don't go as far. You're still getting a really great core exercise just from small or mini tipping versus big tipping. And tip. Keeping your core muscles engaged, your mindset is on your belly. Keep going. 2 more each side. Tip, up, tip, up. Last one each side. Up, tip, and up. Let me warn you, if you have not done that exercise in a while or ever, you might be sore in your side muscles tomorrow. That is one where at least for me, if I haven't done it in a while, those muscles are always really sore. Okay, our next exercise is the chop. So if you're not using the band, you close your hands, start at one hip, come up and over, you're twisting. If you are using the band, put it under your thigh. Hold on to the band together. The closer to your leg you're holding on, the harder it's going to be. The closer to the edge, the easier. And when you're ready, go ahead and twist and down. Twist. Down. Twist. Down. Your belly button should stay facing forward this whole time. Down. You can also think of it like your hip bones are like headlights facing forward. We don't want your legs twisting. It's just your torso. Down. Twist. Down. Twist. down, 2 more, twist, down, my arms are getting tired, twist, and down. Go ahead and switch sides. If you want to use the strap or band, you can do so. Sometimes getting the strap in the right place is what takes the longest. All right, if you haven't already, go ahead and start, same exercise, just the other side. And your focus is your belly muscles. Twist, keep your headlights forward, your hip bones are staying forward, it's just your torso twisting. Twist and down. Twist, down. Twist, down. Twist, down. Keep your shoulders relaxed, neck relaxed. Down, my arms are getting tired. I'm gonna stop. Keep going. We've got 2 more. And down. Last one. Twist. And down. And relax. Shake everything out. Get rid of the band. We don't need it for the next few. And we're gonna go into our pushing into the thigh. So again, remember your mindset is focusing on your belly, almost like a seated crunch, but your hands are pushing into your thighs. Your leg is acting as resistance. So when you're ready, sit up tall, core muscles engaged, and push, 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 relax. So we're pushing for about 2-3 seconds. Push, relax, push, relax, push, relax, push, relax. 5 more. Push, relax, push, relax, push, relax, push, and exhale. Relax. 1 more. Push and relax. Move your hands over to the other side. Fix your posture. If you started to slouch, sit up tall and push. Relax. Push. Relax. Push. Relax. You might feel your triceps working, the muscles on the back of your arms. And relax. Keep going. Push, exhale. Relax. Push. Relax. 4 more. Push. Relax. Push. Keep breathing. Relax. Push. Relax. 1 more. Push. And relax. You can let your body slouch, shake everything out, shake those wrists out. All right, moving on to our twist one. So when you're ready, sit back up tall, fix that posture, engage those belly muscles. What I mean when I say that is just pull your belly muscles in. Don't let your belly just hang loose. Pull your belly in. I like to hold on to my hands. You don't need to if you don't want to, but go ahead and twist. Really twist. Really try to twist as far as you can and release. If you're just twisting a little bit, you won't really feel your core muscles working. But if you really try to twist, you'll feel those muscles kicking in. And twist. And release. Twist. Release. Twist. Release. Twist. Release. Keep breathing. Again, this one can be a challenging one to breathe through because we're twisting and rotating our diaphragm as well. Twist, release, twist, release. That's halfway. We've got 5 more. Twist, release. Make sure you're still sitting up tall. Belly muscles are engaged. Release, twist, release, twist, release, twist, Release. Keep going. I know this is a long one. Release one more each side. Twist. Release. Last one. Twist. Release. And relax. Shake everything out. Our final exercise is back to our glutes. So if you're sitting, your feet are together and you're going to sit up tall, open your knees as wide as you can, squeeze those glutes at the end, relax and close. If you're using the band, it's the same exercise, but your band is under your lower thighs, and it's the same thing. If you're standing, and since I did the last one seated, I'm personally going to do this one standing. We're going to be on one leg, your other leg's out to the side, a little bit diagonally back, and you're going to lift, and you're focusing on squeezing your glutes and relax. So go ahead and pick which option you're going to do. Get into position, sit or stand up tall, belly muscles are engaged, and go ahead and lift and relax. Lift and relax. And as you can see, I'm not lifting a whole lot. If you're trying to lift a lot, you're probably overcompensating with other muscles. This one should not lift that much. Lift and relax. Lift, relax. If you're standing, switch sides, so shift your weight onto your other leg. Lift, relax. Lift, relax. Lift, relax. Lift, relax. One more. Lift, relax. And now you can really relax, shake everything out. We're going to do one bonus exercise. If you don't want to do it, you don't have to, but it's such a good one for our core. And there's lots of different ways that you can do this, either standing against the wall or standing and using a chair. Just make sure you're using a steady surface. The bonus exercise is a plank. So I'm going to show you using the wall first. I'm going to move my chair out of the way. So you're going to start pretty close to the wall with your hands on the wall. And then you're just going to take a little step back, but put your weight in your hands. So when you're doing this, you should be able to feel your core muscles tighten. If you don't, if it's too easy, the further you step back, the more you'll feel it in your belly muscles. So that's going to be up to you of how far back you want to step. If it's too hard, just don't step back too far. And again, put your weight in your hands. If you want a more challenging version, you're going to use a lower surface. So you'd use a surface like a chair. So your hands are on the chair. You can do this. I have wrist problems, so I like to do this so that it doesn't hurt my wrists. But once your hands are on the chair, just take baby steps back as far as you can comfortably while you're feeling your core muscles working. And once you feel like, okay, that's hard, stop there. And you're just going to stay here. All right, so if you want to do the exercise, I'm going to do it against the wall first. During our second set, I'm going to do it against the chair. Shake everything out, get into position. So hands are placed on the surface you're going to do it on. Go ahead and take some steps back, and your weight is in your hands. Once you're there, hold. Five, four, three, two, one, and step forward. And then drop your arms, shake everything out. We're going to do one more round of those. I'm going to do this one on the chair. Again, your focus is your belly for this whole class. All right. When you're ready, find your surface, place your hands on that surface, engage your belly muscles right away. Step back as far as you can comfortably. Weight is in your hands and hold. Keep breathing. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Walk your feet forward. Shake your hands out. And give yourself a round of applause. Awesome job. If you do feel like you need any specific stretches, you can do those now. I'm just going to do a few of my favorites with you just to relax all the muscles that we just worked. So we're first going to do our figure 4 stretch. Our second to last exercise was our glutes. When our glutes are tight, it makes walking harder. So we're going to stretch those out. So go ahead and grab one leg and place it on your opposite lower thigh. If it's too hard to get into this position, you can just cross it over your opposite ankle. When you're ready, sit up and hinge forward. And you should feel this stretch in the outside of your hip. Keep breathing, especially if you're tight in these muscles, make sure you're breathing. When you're ready, come back up, lower that leg or uncross the ankle. Same thing on the other side. Sit up tall and hinge. And again, you should be feeling this on the outside of your hip or outside of your thigh. When you're ready, sit back up tall, slowly lower that leg. And we're just gonna do a few cat-cows. A lot of our core exercises today required our torso movement, whether it was back or twisting or side. So we're just gonna do some cat-cows to release that tension. So I'll show you from the side. You're gonna be sitting up tall, then really round your back, drop your head, and get a big stretch. And then come up and arch your back. And then back down, round. And up. Round. And up. We're going to do one more of each of these. Go ahead and round. And up. And our final stretch that we're going to do is a twist, but this time we're going to hold on to the chair. When we did it as a strengthening exercise, we didn't hold on, but we're not trying to strengthen right now. We're trying to stretch. So hold on to somewhere on the back of your chair and your outer thigh and use your arms to push. So your arms might feel like they're getting a workout, but we're using our arms to allow us to stretch our torso. And release. We're going to come all the way over to the other side. Switch your arms, hold on to the back and the outside of the other thigh and twist. And release one more time each side. Switch your arms and twist. And release. And twist. Last one, use your arms. Hopefully you feel your upper back and mid back getting a little bit of that stretch. And release, come back to the center. You can let yourself round, shake everything out. If there's any other stretch or body part you feel like you want to stretch right now, feel free to go ahead and do so. But otherwise, amazing class. It was a longer class, but turning on that light switch for our core is so important. The last thing I want to leave you with is one of the best things you can do for your body and to help your walking and your mobility of any kind is to engage your core before you do it. So before you stand up after class today, tighten your core muscles, engage the same way that you engage when you were hinging back, engage your core, then stand up and move throughout the rest of your day. Or if you're standing brushing your teeth, before you move from brushing your teeth, engage your core and then move. So just actively focusing mentally on engaging your core can make your mobility a whole lot better just from turning on the right muscles. So great job and enjoy the rest of your day.